privilege to serve as rehearsal chair for the Junior Blue Band this morning. Under the direction of Mrs. Sheely Bell, I would like to introduce the Junior Blue Band to you. With an exciting music selection, a passionate conductor, and a well-prepared and behaved ensemble, we've had some intense rehearsals. The students have made tremendous progress, and I'm really excited to hear the final product. Mrs. Bell is from Louisiana and has brought over 40 years of teaching experience with her to this event. It's been a great joy to work with Mrs. Bell, observing her in rehearsals and watching her interact with the students, as she's a very energetic and animated conductor. We have 4 selections for you this morning. We'll begin with Host of Freedom March by Carl King, Heaven's Light by Stephen Reineke, Lincoln Legacy by Michael Sweeney, and we'll conclude with The Heart of the City by Gary Gilbert. At this time, it's a great honor that I present to you Mrs. Sheely Bell.
The next selection, Heaven's Light, was written for a young lady and her parents who lost their lives in a fire. And she happened to be a band student. And the friends of her wrote a poem. She died at such a young age that she is now in heaven and is there shining light looking down on them. So at this point, I want to make sure that everyone who has lost someone and is shining upon them, looking down on this piece of music, we hope you like it.
Then listen to
hope you can understand my Cajun accent. I'm just going to read to you straight from the notes. Alive and vibrant with the spirit and sounds of New York City, Heart of the City is driven by exciting rhythms throughout the first third of the work. The thought of busy sidewalks, street corners, and soaring taxicabs is represented by the fast ostinato. The work then moves to a cooler feeling that evokes the blues, introducing an alto soloist in this layered transition to the sultry middle section. At the end, it has the driving intensity, is relentless as the work comes to a massive climax, highlighted by a combination of a suspended cymbal and a gong that, in the composer's word, should be overwhelmingly loud. So, hold on to your ears as the last note is played. And before I play the last number, I just want to thank this association in West Tennessee for inviting me. It has just been a pleasure. These guys are so well organized. These students are so well trained. I've done many other bands, and this has truly been a joy for me. And thanks again for having me, and have a great year.
I like it too. Let's listen to it. It's supposed to tell us a story. The music tells us a story, okay?
like her. That was pretty fascinating. Pretty like, wow. That was in junior high. Write a letter. Write a letter. Write a letter.
Well, are you guys amazed?
Oh
Very
my
good.
gosh.
Amazed? That was awesome.
That was
yeah.
so beautiful.
I mean-
I hadn't heard some of the songs every time I went. They were practicing the Lincoln song.
That's my favorite one. I love that Lincoln one.
I mean, just all the bands were so
I like
impressive.
all of them. I about cried in that second one before they even started. When she started talking about that.
Carol, thank you, Miss Sanders. How do we meet up with them? Where are they going right now?
I told everybody that there's a come on to go towards the entrance. You go to the left. There's like a long hallway that connects to the convention center. I just said to try to meet right when you get in that hallway. Try to fight the lobby crowd and get out a little bit from the crowd. So,
Sounds good.
I forgot to
So you
tell them
saw
to
where
bring
they came out?
his uniform bag and stuff, so you can just bring that on Monday. Everybody else will just change them.
Okay, they look so sharp in those white uniforms.
I got some good pictures of them this morning. So yeah, we had a good time and they sounded amazing.
Yeah, thank you, Miss Sanders.
Chaffee!
Chaffee!
He said, "What are you doing this time?"